Hello, and welcome back to our Advanced Squad Leader tutorial series. We have covered a lot of things in our series, and now we can tie them all together in the phase discussion. The hardest part was to make it interesting instead of just reading the rules, which you would find very boring. I think the best way to do this is to join a battle in progress and follow the phase sequence. We will cover the major things that occur in each phase. The phases in the Advanced Squad Leader player turn are the Rally phase, the Prep Fire phase, Defensive Fire phase, Advanced Fire phase, Rout phase, Advanced phase, and Close Combat phase. There are divisions and segments in each of these phases that one or both players do. For this video, we are concentrating purely on the Rally phase. It is the German player's turn in this scenario. As a convention to make it easier, the German player will be the attacker and the Russian player will be the defender. To start the Rally phase, the attacker first rolls for any provisional reinforcements and then places them off board as shown. In our scenario, the King Tiger and the accompanying infantry have been provided by the scenario to enter anywhere on the south border. The German player has placed them as shown. He then rolls for wind change with 2 dice. For the sake of this discussion, we will say he rolls a 7 for no effect. The next thing that usually occurs is that both sides try to recover lost support weapons. For this, if there is a good order personnel counter in the hex, the German player rolls 1 die. If he gets anything but a 6, he finds the weapon and can possess it. There are modifiers to this, but they do not apply in this scenario. The Russian Adel leader is in a hex where a German A3 engineer squad was eliminated and left the DC charge behind. So he rolled the 4 shown and now owns the DC. The next thing that both sides do is attempt to repair weapons and guns, etc. Since these rolls are not color dependent, I place them in the white boxes shown. Each roll is 1 die. The most important rolls are the 1s and 6s. On a roll of 1, the German ATR is repaired and flipped to its functional side. The 6s resulted in the German AA gun being eliminated, the Hetzer's main armor being disabled, the Russian medium machine gun being eliminated, and the coaxial machine gun on the T-34 being disabled as well. Next, the attacker gets to attempt to self-rally 1 unit that is not normally allowed to self-rally. The German player has chosen the broken unit with the 8 morale located in the tree shown to the right. He rolls a total of 8. There is a +1 DRM to the roll because it is trying to self-rally, and a -1 DRM to the roll because it is in a rally terrain. So the total of 8 is just enough to bring the squad back. The Russian player does not get to attempt this self-rally because he is not the attacker this turn. Next, the leaders on both sides attempt to rally the units stacked with them. The results are shown on the boxes, with the first number being the color die and the second number being the white die, although the color die normally has no additional effect. The 8-1 rallies the broken squad with the morale of 7. Take a second to figure out what was needed to rally those troops. The total needed was a 9 or less to rally the troops. They are in rally terrain, because remember, trees and buildings are rally terrain and they confer a -1 DRM for rally attempts, and the leadership modifier is -1 as well. So the German player subtracts 2 from his roll. 7 minus 2 is 5, which is less than the broken morale of the unit, so unit rallies. The ADO did not do so well with his conscript squad. He rolled a 12. Obviously, this is bad. The full squad is reduced to a half squad and it does not rally. Now, let's look at what the board looks like after the rally phase has been finished. The disabled guns and machine guns have been removed. The ATR was turned back to its good side. The CMG on the tanks which were disabled are marked as so. The Hetzer's main armament is disabled, so he's going to have to leave the game this turn as shown by the recall sticker. Units that rallied are turned up face up, and the 436 conscript, which rolled a 12, is replaced by a broken conscript half squad. Now the game is ready to progress to the German player's prep fire phase. These are the most common things that occur during the rally phase of an ASL game. There are several things we did not cover, but might be important down the line. During the rally phase, both players may attempt to recombine half squads. The attacking player may attempt to deploy squads. There is also civilian interrogation. And the wind change dice roll effects can affect snow and rain, etc., when these are factors in the scenario. This concludes our video on the rally phase. Please remember, while I hope you find this and our other videos useful, they are only serving as introduction so that you gain enough confidence to dive in and have some fun playing this great game. The best way to learn is to play and don't worry about making mistakes. Play a more experienced player, or go to one of the many tournaments around the country, like the Nor'easter in Boxborough, Massachusetts, or the New York State ASL Championships in Albany, New York. If you have any thoughts, questions, or suggestions, feel free to contact me at jdhobbies@live.com. And like always, thanks for watching.